we're back with another video. Um, as you can tell, we didn't post a video last week, but for good reasons. Um, Saturday was our 1 year anniversary, and I wanted to sit here with you guys and tell you my side of the story and how we met. You probably watched her video, her side and how we met, but I wanted to tell you guys my side and how we met because I know you might be interested. So, here we go. So, it was the beginning of my senior year. I was dating this girl, and we had broken up like a few weeks into September. I'm not gonna say her name because number one, I hate her, and number two, she did some pretty messed up things. But anyways, so I was alone. Well, I'm not gonna say alone. I was without a girlfriend for a few weeks after that, and then like a little bit after that, my ex and I had broken up. I started to notice Alexis at the elevator because she was apparently Brendan's friend, which I did not know at the time. Should I have said that name? I don't know. Anyways, she was my friend at the time. They still are, but they don't really talk. But anyways, and I didn't know that, and so I seen that she was talking to everybody else, and I looked at her, and I thought she was cute, and I was convinced that she had a crush on me because it was a few weeks before homecoming. We were going into October. Their homecoming, whatever. The homecoming was the 13th of that October, and it was a few weeks into, before homecoming, and her friend randomly walks up to me, and she goes, "Are you going to homecoming? Do you have a?" Or no, I'm trying to remember. She said, "Do you have a date to homecoming? Because my friend here, which was Alexis, was going to homecoming and does not have a date." And I looked over to her, and she nodded her head no, and I was doing, and I was, helping her out and said, I don't even know if I'm going. And so that was that, and that was that moment when I realized, when I thought that she had a crush on me, and apparently she didn't. She didn't even know me. She didn't even care about me because that's just the way she is with guys, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But and there have been multiple times where I thought that she had a crush on me when in reality she said she didn't. Like, we would make fun of each other. I make fun of how short she was. She'd make fun of me in general, and she was, yeah. And, I took the joke, and even though she wasn't really joking that much, I legitimately thought that when she was being mean, that meant she liked me for some reason. I thought it was funny. I thought I got a kick out of it. I really did. So since we go to the same church together, we both had these confirmation classes we go to like every Wednesday. And since I had a crush on her at the time, I was looking at her. I was staring her down, because I thought she was cute. And she looked at me. She winked at me, and I thought, all right, no, she's gotta like me, right? But to this day, she tells me that she just did that so she could, because I was staring at her. It's not for any specific reason. It was just because, because I was looking at her. And so there was a time after that where we had a school shooting threat, and she was talking about, jokingly talking about how if she dies, she's gonna not get this or that whatsoever. And jokingly, I hugged her, and she didn't let go, which at the time I did think that she liked me. But to this day, she tells me that she didn't like me. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, I was gonna try everything to be together with her. And I know this is kind of sound a little creepy, but I had asked around, and nobody knew. Like nobody. I asked around to see if, she liked me, and everybody just kept giving me the same answer. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. And then I asked one of my friends for her snap, and I know it's gonna sound a little creepy, but I kept persistently trying to strike up combos with her on Snapchat Messenger, and she wasn't having any of it because at the time she was dating another guy, and they had broken up sometime in the mix when we started talking and all that. And it's a little blurry from that time up until the time we actually first started talking at the football game, because the football game was what made us, get to know each other and get talking. So jump forward a few days to a football game that I went with, like, 3 of my friends and I, and our plan was just to go hang out there, not even watch the game, but just stand around and, talk, right? And I had messaged Alexis, and I had asked if she was going and all that. I mean, she didn't really think anything of it, really. She didn't think I was going to do anything. Well, at least I don't think she did. I don't know. But anyways. So I met up, I told her I was there. I told her I had gotten to the game, and she had walked up to my group of friends and I, and she says, she starts talking to my friends, and I start talking to her, and she says, I don't remember like exactly how she got to telling me, but she told me about her relationship with her crazy ass ex, and I'd hugged her because I genuinely felt terrible, and that hug was something different to her. She tells me that she's never gotten treatment like that after explaining what had happened. That hug was just so alien to her, and I guess that's what made her, decide to warm up. And so later on in the game, we were out by the concession stand behind the stadium where people were watching the football game. And, yeah, we were just all in a group of friends, we were a group of friends just chit-chatting, it was me. I don't want to say names because I don't want to put anybody out there. I mean, there's nothing bad to be said about them, I just don't want to put anybody out there. It was me. I'm like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There may have been 6, including a handful of girls. One of them had a girlfriend at the time. They were together, and I want to say Alexis and I had really hit it off the first time we hung out, because she was hugging me, and I had my arm around her, and we were kicking a bottle cap with each other, and which, we did that a few times, and yeah, we were just playing with the bottle cap and kicking it around like it was a soccer ball, playing a mini game of soccer where our legs are the goals and all that stuff. And there was a moment where it was just her and I, away from the group of friends, but they were like in the same vicinity, and we were talking about homecoming. And I told her, I asked her if she knew how to slow dance, and she said no. And she was talking about how Mexicans slow dance differently than white people. And I stood there in front of her, and I was like, well, let me show you how white people slow dance, right? So I took her arms, put them on my shoulders, and I put my hands on her waist, and we just sort of kind of locked eyes for a second there. And I'll never forget it, because as I was staring at her in her eyes, in a way I sort of fell in love. And we were doing it, and she was just chuckling, and that was the end of it. And we were talking at the time, and so towards the end of the game, since she was on the soccer team, she had to help clean the bleachers after the games and all that. And so, I couldn't stay for long because I had my friends with me too. And so we just said our goodbyes, and my friends and I, we just headed over to McDonald's and had food. And so we were just talking back and forth on Snapchat. And so after I dropped my friends off at their house, I had talked to her that same night. No, it was 6 because I had my other friend. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, so I asked her, do you like me? And she said no. She said no, in that she liked one of my friends, one of my best friends. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But deep down, I was like, oh, well, dang it, And we started talking, right? And it was on a school night, and we were messaging each other on Snapchat. We were messaging each other on Snapchat, and we were talking about homecoming. And she starts off by saying, well, I mean, in the middle of it all, she had told me, So I may or may not have lied to you. And I said, oh yeah? Well, what did you do? Why? Why? And she just goes, when I told you I didn't really like you, I sort of lied about that. She was telling me how she had feelings for me and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And sorry, I got that cut off there. My mom wanted me to do something, and I had to go to church. So, anyways, sorry for the terrible lighting. It's currently like close to 11 o'clock right now. But, anyways, back to what I was saying. She was telling me how she had feelings for me. I don't remember if she said they were low key or they were like, she had a lot of feelings for me, right? All I knew was that she had feelings for me, and we were just talking back and forth about how much we liked each other and all that, and she kept dropping hints to me that I should ask her out to homecoming, and then after all the hints didn't work out, she just straight up asked me, because she was tired of dropping the hints and me not getting them, and she was like, you should totally ask me to homecoming. And I did, and she said yes. So that was that. We went to homecoming. We were planning to go to homecoming. We did, but that's later on in the timeline. I explained this next part. So I remember if it was early. It was early on in the week. We planned on going to the last homecoming game, right? And everything was different then. We were all over each other. We were, just hugging on each other, and I was planning on having our first kiss at homecoming, right? But one of her friends at the time had, she was just saying, you have to look like you're about to kiss and all that. And I just said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go in for the kiss. And our first kiss ended up being at the football game. And, it wasn't bad, but I wish I would have done it at homecoming. And, yeah, we were together, hugging on each other and all that, and just doing the regular lovey-dovey stuff. And at that time, I never really made it apparent that, apparent's not the word I'm looking for. Never really made it clear to her that we were dating. But in my mind, since we had that kiss, we were dating. So in my head, we were dating, but to her, we weren't. Because I never really physically asked her out. And this guy comes along, same grade as her. Not gonna say names, because, to not throw anybody out there. But he's just this really short, fat dude with, pretty sure he had no teeth. But anyways, he was trying to ask her out. He was showing her what abs he had. In reality, he didn't have abs. He was fat as heck, really. And of course, me being myself, I got jealous, and I shut off my muscles. And that's when that's when I made it clear that we were dating, because I told him, yeah, me and her, we're kind of dating. She's my girlfriend, and she didn't really say anything about it the rest of the night. What else happened that night too? My ex that I was with before Alexis, who we were broken up for a while after that. She came to the game high on whatever she had. It was pills. I don't remember what. Don't even know what she had taken, but she had taken pills. And she was high off them at the game, and she was throwing this temper tantrum because she had seen how much I moved on and all that shit. Or, sorry, didn't mean to say that, but she had been basically throwing a temper tantrum because of how quickly I moved on and all that. And I found out a lot of stuff about her that, you know, I really don't want to get into. But yeah, I didn't even know that until, there was a lot of stuff I didn't know that she had done while we were dating, up until I started dating Alexis at the time. And so, yeah, she was just spouting about how I'm a pedophile and all that. You know, just the regular stuff. And so that happened. And so football game ended, and like I said, we were just talking when we got home, and she asked me, you know, are we dating now? And I said, yeah, I mean, if you want to. I'm not going to force you to do something you don't want to do. You know, I don't want you to get into this thing and you not be sure about it. And, you know, we just came to a mutual agreement that we were dating. I never really asked her out because I'm a shy boy, right? I'm a shy boy, and I didn't make that move. But the night after was homecoming night, and this is what really set everything off, because it was a magical night. And I say magical, like, to me it was. I don't mean to be cliche about it, but it was. And so, you know, it was my first homecoming, because I'd never been to homecoming all my high school years except for the last year. Yeah. And I was kind of nervous because I'd never been to a school dance since 8th grade. I don't even think it was 8th grade. I think it was 7th grade because I was too old. But anyways, so I was nervous, and I was nervous, and I was even more nervous because she hadn't shown up until like right around where it started, because I thought we were going to meet up early, you know. I don't know. I just thought that. And so we had a good time. And so towards the end of the night, I had actually shown her how white people dance. And so Perfect by Ed Sheeran was playing. That's our song, by the way. And so we were slow dancing. And there was a moment when she had pulled herself closer to me, buried her face in my chest. And to this day, she still tells me that is the moment she knew that she was in love with me. I'm not gonna lie, that was that moment too, when I realized that I was in love with her. We were in love with each other, and so that really sparked our relationship up, you know. Yeah, really did. And we're a happy couple, you know, and I couldn't be any happier to be with her. It's a blessing, really. Yeah, that's how our relationship came to be, and we've been staying strong for 1 year. Our 1 year was actually last Saturday. We spent the whole day together. We went to ITS, and then we went to the Willowbrook Mall, and then we went to my house, and yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. She was really happy, the happiest I'd ever seen her. It made me really happy.